Hey guys, welcome out to next stop, and we're down at the Richmond lowlands today. What a mad day. How good was that, Bluey? Some of the rarest shorebirds going around, and just beautiful, mate. And the Richmond lowlands, we've got like a crowd of people down here, but that's what you expect. Yeah, we thought it was a party, like a nightclub. And anyway, we'll take you for a walk and we'll show you the beautiful birds down here. The Australian painted snipe, absolutely incredible. And come with us and we'll see what we've got on the next stop, folks. Let's go. This is how we roll, folks. Or crawl, actually. See if there's anything else. Not much of a crowd here today, but you can see he's just up in the pond here. We've got a commando down here in the dirt. Got to do what you got to do, mate, eh? And there he is. Get him in some better light soon. It's all happening out here. It's not like the Easter show yet, but give it a couple of hours. Welcome to the circus, folks. There we go. It hasn't built up yet. Oh, look at old mate down there. We've got a gutter snipe as well as the Australian painted snipe. He's crawling around in the gutter there. It's actually a muddy section of the farm here. Farmer will come out with a shotgun in a second, fix him right up. Here we go, here come the crowds. There's Martin, the man. Come on, Marty, get out of the way, buddy.
This cumberland group is coming.
Oh, let's go.
We have to go. There's 30 people there.
Yeah, here they come, the City to Surf group,
That's right, so we need to...
the Burden group. It's all happening out here.
That lady is going to catch up on me. Give me a look down there. Then he will kill me.
As the dawn breaks on the beautiful wetlands of the Richmond lowlands in New South Wales, Australia, we see an unexpected and rare visitor down into the wetlands. As the first rays break through the trees, the beautiful Australian painted snipe, one of only 340 odd of these beautiful birds that are left in the whole world. So what a mad privilege to watch this guy have his early morning feed on the little crustaceans and mollusks and other organic matter and seeds and invertebrates in the water. Little is known about these mysterious birds. They're termed as the ghost-like bird, almost mythical. Little is known about them. They haven't even recorded the call of these guys. Nothing is known about the migratory patterns. It's one of the most mysterious birds in the world. So, yeah, an absolute privilege. Every little bit of footage we can get will help us to understand this bird better and try and build those numbers. And 350 birds, that's just so sad. And the fact that we know very little about them. So we just watch him pick into the little shallows, the wetland sections. There's classed as a shore bird, and this is the male, this one. The female's slightly larger, and they're actually a little bit more brightly coloured. Unlike most birds, The female has a really beautiful burgundy head and a white, really defined eye patch. They're absolutely beautiful, and they almost have a greeny tinge down to the wings. So as the sun starts to break through, the male Australian painted snipe pecks into the shallows on the search. I think he might have got a little worm then, seen. So yeah, he's definitely pecking right down into the soil. There's probably a lot of little worms and so much nutritious food in this type of wetlands, just in that couple of inches of water. But of course, it doesn't take long for those wetlands to dry out, so important that he gets this food while it's at this level. That beak's just designed to peck in to that level of water perfectly. And the male has a magnificent pattern. That's why they call them the painted snipe. They're like an oil painting. And he moves across the beautiful plains and wetlands of the Richmond lowlands area, New South Wales, Australia. They are just one sensational bird. Oh, and you've seen him, he froze in because a magpie just flew over the top. Yeah, that's it. Just going about his business and getting back to his feeding pattern now. So yeah, he definitely likes that depth of water, and he just works around the edges of the water where it won't be long and it'll be dried out. There'll be a lot of movement there from the little invertebrates and all sorts of even little water beetles and things. They like to move closer to the middle when it starts to dry up. So yeah, you'll peck around even in the mud flats there. Such a keen eye on these guys too. As the sun reaches a beautiful stage of light on this guy, those feathers, they're just illuminated with that pattern, and he's more than relaxed. And that's the main thing. You don't want to stress out these birds, any birds for that matter, especially at spring when the nesting season's on. So pretty impressed, even though there's a fair few people down here at the moment. The bird is definitely not stressed. You can see him, he is very relaxed. He's going about his normal business, and that's the type of data that is the most important data. And here he is, pruning himself, making himself look beautiful. In this time of the year, the springtime, the breeding season, he's got to look at his best, and he does. Look at those beautiful, beautiful patterns on those feathers. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, just peck through and see what else I can find under the water there. Oh, it looked like he did get a little worm that time. So yeah, that's great. Any study we can do on their feeding patterns, and he's definitely picking right at the edge, and probably the little seeds and things that have drifted right to the edge there. I've seen him just pick up something that looked like a little seed as well. So yeah, in the breeding season, very important not to stress these birds. Oh, that's magnificent. Watching this guy go about his daily business, that's what it's all about. Learning experience, watching everything about this guy, so we can try and find out how better to conserve this species. It's so critically endangered. And you can see him, he loves this little section of the wetlands here, or the lowlands. It's just beautiful. They've got a really big set of feet, like most wetlands and shorelands birds, so that they can traverse over all of those little sticks and reeds, and it's always like a lot of small organic matter and that, so can almost stay on top of all that organic matter, and makes it a lot easier to traverse. Yeah, so only 340 or around that left in the wild, in the world of these guys. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. They are just one sensational bird. So we've got to conserve these waterways, make sure that we don't tear down all of the plains and the forest and make farms out of the areas that these guys rely on, because they're in big trouble. And we really have to try and do what we can to learn more about the Australian painted snipe and help conserve it. But pollution would be a real high factor. Being a wetlands and mud flats shorebird, they really need us to keep these areas clean for the sake of the future of these birds, so that generations to come can enjoy watching these rare, endangered and secretive birds, termed the ghost-like bird, almost mythical. The mystery surrounding these birds and the lack of data on these birds, we have to address it. And this data could be some of the most important data, so we can learn some more from these guys. Just an awesome little bird. And they're here. A lot of us wouldn't even know that they're here on this earth unless they'd popped up around the lowlands and brought this to our attention. And off he trots. And probably had enough of a feed for the moment, and his preferred habitat is up in that thick little grassland area. And back he comes onto the beautiful, beautiful Richmond lowlands. And how magic is this? The whole pond is just covered in shade through filtered tree. It's just hardly any sunlight getting through, and all of a sudden a beam just came down as soon as I started filming, just perfect, right on the Australian painted snipe. Just perfect. So yeah, definitely likes that little area around the edges where there's probably some disturbance and some migration of the little micro bugs and organisms in the water. So yeah, a sheer privilege to share space with this guy, and you can see just how comfortable he is in my presence. I'm taking a lot of precautions. You don't just walk up to these birds and scare them. It takes stealth, and I'm actually lying in the mud at ground level, and I've got my camo shirt over the top of me, and I've got a hat on with feathers and sticks and stuff, so he knows I'm here, but I pose no threat to him. So the major importance is the comfort of the bird or animal that you film, to get the film the natural behaviour like this, him feeding, and we might even be able to pick up what he's feeding on here. But, I seen him flick out which looked like a little water beetle before. Might have been too large or too hard for him to digest, but yeah, he's definitely pulled out a few worms. So as the day starts to, oh, look at that, sensational. Nice. That's magnificent, that beautiful display, and that painted, beautiful oil painting pattern on those wings. That marbly bluey of the back tail feathers, and those wing feather pattern is magnificent. Yeah, the male Australian painted snipe. one of the rarest birds we have, and it's sheer privilege and enjoyment to watch him having breakfast down at the Richmond lowlands in Australia. And it's a harsh existence on this type of habitat. It dries out very quickly. You can see him making the most of this. Definitely a rich food source down in the lowlands. Some great soil and farming land, but we just have to be careful that we don't encroach too much. And as the day comes to an end, in this beautiful spring golden sunshine, just bathing down on the beautiful painted snipe, just take this time to appreciate the rarity and respect this beautiful bird feeding in the Richmond lowlands in Australia. Such a magic place. And look at those golden rays, just bathed in those rays. What a glorious glow coming off that beautiful bird as he feeds, as the sun moves to the west and starts to set for the day. And what a day it's been. One amazing day down in Western Sydney lowlands. A beautiful assortment of feathered patterns and that glow and reflection off the water. Truly one of the most magnificent birds. And the male here, he's been quite friendly and really been cooperative. And you can see he's just not stressed at all, this guy. He doesn't mind, he's just going for a little bit of a cruise, enjoying the afternoon rays. Just absolutely beautiful to see. Thought I'd catch him in a little bit different lighting and share the sunset with you guys at this amazing location with this even more amazing bird. So yeah, only 340 odd left out in the wild, in the world. The Australian painted snipe. It's been one of the biggest privileges I've had filming. True honour. So yeah, we might head back to the car soon. Just follow him down this last little section. Watch him feed there. Yeah, he's definitely picking up a few little morsels of weed and different vegetation there, as well as some worms. I've seen him pick up a worm there. He definitely got looked like a little bug then. So yeah, been one amazing day out at Richmond lowlands, Australia. And I hope everyone enjoyed the presentation today. I've really enjoyed bringing you this presentation. Look at that golden sheen off those feathers and the reflection. It won't be long till the sun sets over the beautiful blue mountains in the background. So we might head off and leave the beautiful Australian painted snipe to his devices. Oh, you definitely got some weed off the top of the water that time. There's been some little microorganisms and bugs on the leaf itself. So yeah, definitely one interesting and educational experience for me and everyone else, I suppose. We'll zoom back from this small patch
Oh, the colours of those feathers glowing in the sunset.
The golden sunset against those glistening feathers, mate. Absolute magic. Out here on the Cumberland, just outside the Cumberland of Richmond, the lowlands, with Bluey and Caveman.
Great to see you again.
Oh, mate, it was mad. We had
Love
just a
Harry
glorious day. And it was the last stop on the Cumberland Express for today. So hope you join tomorrow for more action and adventures.
This was like a touch of God.
Oh, mate, look, honestly, the importance of this and the rarity of this, you just don't see these birds at all.
You know
So
what I really liked was all the people so interested in these birds.
everyone here just, and they showed respect for each other too, mate, really, eh?
Where'd that guy come from? He come from down
Bateman's Bay, he drove all the way 4.5 hours to get here just to film the Australian painted snipe. So we'll see you tomorrow with more action and adventures on the next stop with Caveman and
Bluey
in the bush. See you guys on the next stop. Magic Bluey.